Oh, Jesus Christ almighty, I've got something wet in my dighty. What's that, Fleabag? Oh, we're recording. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. All right, well, hey, let's start with a question. Is Taco Tuesday still a popular thing? You know, I've always wondered, between you and me, if Taco Tuesday was actually code for something sexual. Oh, Alexa, what day is it? Alexa, what fucking day is it?
Today is Tuesday, November 12th.
From Hollywood, it's the world-famous Mojo Elliott here to rap about the stuff nobody really gives a rat's ass about. But I know it's how I spin it is why your ass is here. And I do appreciate the fact that you're as toasted upstairs as I am. Rated E for explicit and eager. Oh, I feel a good one coming on today. Did you know listening to soothing or sad music can lower your blood pressure and relieve stress? Doctors say this is true. Between you and me, I think I'll stick with high blood pressure and stress. Thank you very little. By now you know the drill. You email your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com, and I respond to them. I like them hot and juicy, so the more outrageous and salacious, the better. Did somebody say cheese? All right, let's get into it. As you know, I do not read your email in advance. My producer, Fleabag, forwards me your name, where you're from, and condenses them down so I can respond to them rapid fire and on the fly. All right, brace yourself. This might hurt just a little. Gisela Y. from Hanover, Germany says, I love American cartoons. What American cartoon character do you compare yourself to? Oh, I love Taz, Tasmanian Devil. In fact, I reached out to Warner Brothers this week and ordered a Taz hoodie because it does get a little chilly here in Southern California in December, January, and February. And I love Taz because he's uncontrollable and unconscionable. Love Taz. Jeremy K. from Topeka, Kansas says, I'm 19, single, and never been laid. I'm sorry. He says, I also whack off 3 times a day. Is this normal? Oh, God. Why do you come to me with this? What's my reputation out there with the Rat's Ass podcast? Okay, well, let's figure it out, Jeremy. Let's do it together. Let's take 3 times 365 equals. That's approximately 1,095 times a year. Jeremy, I'd say you're a slacker, dude. Bert D., Dearborn, Michigan, says, I'm a bartender. Congratulations, buddy. And he says, I've been serving up your sloppy pussies, and both men and women love them. Okay, that's a drink that I was turned on to, by the way. It's become my ultimate favorite. In fact, I happen to have it right there. Just a little bit left. But he says, here's one I created. It's called the Green Weenie. It has Maduri with 7-Up and a slice of orange. You should check it out. Well, you know what, Bert, I think I've had something similar. Didn't have the orange slice, but it had 2 cherries. If I'm not mistaken, it was called a wet squeal. But here's the deal. I'm not drinking anything with weenie in the name, okay? I'm not going to go into a bar and say, hey, bartender, give me a green weenie. I see what you're up to there, Bert. All right, Summer B., Cumberland, Maryland. What do you think about all these liberal women shaving their heads and going celibate for 4 years because Trump won? Well, I think it's a little over the top, to be honest with you, or off the top. But I think shaving their armpits would have sufficed nicely. And you know they're not having sex anyway, just based on the videos I've seen. Chris Q., Oxford, Mississippi, says, what's your best advice for picking out the right girl? Chris, am I missing something here? Are there stores in Oxford where you just drop by and pick out a girl? Oh, maybe I'm thinking the houses of ill repute? Well, I'll tell you what my grandfather Sebastian, this threw me here. What's your best advice for picking out the right girl? I will tell you what my grandfather Sebastian told me a long time ago. He said, if it smells like cologne, leave it alone. And I'm talking about down south where your itty bitty goes, if you know what I'm saying. Calvin L. from Edmond, Oklahoma, said, have you ever seen the movie Weird Science where these 2 teenagers put bras on their heads and create a hot chick on a computer? I picture you as being this type of teenager who did this sort of thing. Am I right? Come on, Calvin. Hell no. I've never put a bra on my head and tried to create a hot chick on a computer. What are you thinking, man? It was panties. Regina C. from Jetta, Belgium. I love your podcast. Thank you. Appreciate that, Regina. She says, it's weird, but I like weird. Hey, I read on your X feed that you're a bit of a foodie. If you could have only one food and beverage for the rest of your life, what would it be? Well, I could be cool and say I was born on a mountain, raised in a cave, sex and beer is all I crave, but that would be a lie. It's sex, beer, and sports. No, seriously, it would be a meat lover's pizza, and my new favorite, the sloppy pussy. All right, so what's in a sloppy pussy? It's tequila, cranberry juice with a splash of stir strawberry watermelon sweetener. Stir strawberry watermelon sweetener. That's a tongue twister I just invented. But try it out. It's actually pretty damn good. Fleabag Extra. That means we got an extra one here. That's pretty entertaining. We'll find out in a second. Terry T. from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina says, see if you can top this one, mofo. Well, it's Mojo, but you can call me mofo. I'm fine with that. Said, let me go back. He said, see if you can top this one, mofo. See that girl dressed in green? She puts out like a Coke machine. Go. Oh, it's been a long time since I've heard these, Terry T. Been a long time, but I think they'll be new to somebody. All right, here we go. See that girl dressed in pink? She'll make your fingers think. Booyah! Oh, God, that was nasty. That was nasty. All right, that's the cheese. And before I get into the extra cheese, be sure to keep sending your emails with your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions. And I'll give you my 2 cents that makes no sense on the next podcast. Of course, you send them to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. All right, put on some clean underwear. Here comes the extra cheese. Entertainment experts say these are the 5 movies everyone should see before you die. And of course, I disagree with every damn one of them. Number 5, Schindler's List. I'll tell you what, if you haven't slept in a week, try it. Schindler's List. Number 4, Forrest Gump. Good movie. I wouldn't put it in my top 5, though. Number 3, Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks, another Tom Hanks movie. Did you see where Leonardo just turned 50 yesterday? Leonardo DiCaprio? You know, I can't help it. I saw the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape many years ago, and I always see Leonardo as Arnie. I can't help it. I still go see his movies because I think he's a great actor, but I still see him as Arnie, and I can't believe he's 50 because when you watched What's Eating Gilbert Grape, he was going to die any day now. Number 2, The Godfather. Great movie. Wouldn't put it in my top 5. And number 1, Shawshank Redemption. Another great movie. But again, not in my top 5. My top 5 teaches you a little bit of a lesson. Like number 5, Caddyshack. You're not a man until you've seen this movie. American Pie. You'll understand after you see it. Number 3, Whiplash. If you run into a boss like Terrence Fletcher, run. Get the hell out of that job. In fact, I worked with some of these guys, 2 or 3 of them in the radio business during my career. And if I ever see them face to face again, knuckle sandwich, knuckle sandwich. Number 2, Goodfellas. It teaches you about loyalty. That's very important in life. And number 1, above all, the movie that teaches you life lessons with every scene, Animal House. Don't ever take life too seriously. Because when you go through it and you get to the latter part, say the 4th quarter of your life like I am, you realize that life is one gigantic, you fucked up, you trusted us. This one blew my mind. Apparently, when Taylor Swift is wearing a short skirt, her bodyguards make paparazzi stand up so they can't take a photo of her cooter. It's true. She was going into the Kansas City game on Sunday, and paparazzi's like going, stand up, fella, stand up. Nuh-uh, you're not going to get that money shot. Not going to do it. And she was wearing a very short skirt at the time. So I'm wondering, does she go free bird? Does she not wear squirrel covers? Now, if I had Elon Musk money, I'd offer $1 million reward for that cooter shot. Did you see where the Harrison Walls campaign paid Beyonce $10 million not to sing at her rallies? $5 million to Megan Stallion to twerk at her rallies. $3 million to Lizzo to say, it's about damn time. And Oprah only got $1 million to interview Kamala. I bet Oprah's pissed off right now. $1 million? Beyonce got $10 million? Girl. The grilled cheese sandwich has been voted America's favorite sandwich. I can't disagree with this one. I mean, who doesn't like a good grilled cheese sandwich? But what kind of cheese is used most? Would you believe it's Velveeta, which is not even cheese? You know, when I was a kid, we were so poor, we just left the plastic on the American cheese because we couldn't afford bread. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding around. We just ate the plastic and gave the cheese to the dog. From Hollywood, Megan Fox is knocked up with Machine Gun Kelly's kid. Does that mean there's going to be a shotgun wedding next? Huh? But who really gives a rat's ass? All right, be sure to email what you want me to rap about on the next episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. As always, you can listen on Alexa, Spotify, Apple, and most podcast apps. Or you can follow us on Facebook, and you'll never have to search for us on an app again. We'll just show up in your news feed. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Thursday. I also want to mention that the Rat's Ass Podcast blog is on hiatus till the first of the year. Why? Because I've developed a serious case of writer's block. So I said, fuck it. All right, the conversation does continue between podcasts on X. I invite you to join us. Search for Rat's Ass Podcast, and I got to do a shout out to a couple of new followers. Sherry Curry, who was the lead singer from the band The Runaways, and now I can't say what a huge fan I am because she'll think I'm sucking up. And to Fox News Naughty Hottie, Julie Banderas. Thanks for being a fiend, ladies. We'll do this again on Thursday, November 14th, and that's the wrap.